Alright, so in this video we're going to be looking at some accessories from Power. Now I had done a review video on their 200 amp hour battery, which is this metal case battery right here. So this battery was excellent, it passed all my tests, it's a great quality battery, and they had also sent me some accessories to take a look at. So this is like a DC box. So on this box, we have a display screen. We have two 2.4 amp USB plugs. We also have two 3 amp quick charge USB plugs and two USB-Cs. We have a typical cigarette lighter barrel plug that you can use to plug in any like off-grid fridges or anything. I wish I had a company that would send me a fridge so that I could test it out with this, but for now we're just going to test it out with a blower to blow up your air mattress. We have an on-off switch, and we have two barrel plugs, which is 5.2 millimeter. And on the bottom of this, we have two plugins for Anderson connectors. This is for 12 volt, and it does a max of 50 amps. So 50 amps for everything here. Also on the back side of this, we have a mount. You mount this plate to the wall, and then you can just slide it on like that, and you can mount this to the wall inside your RV or camper. They've also sent me some cables. These are some Anderson connectors. Rather long cable. So on one end of this cable, we have the Anderson connector to plug into this box, and the other end we have our battery ring terminals. So I'm just going to plug this into my Power battery here. Okay, I have my Anderson connector now connected to the battery. So we should just be able to plug this in and turn this on. And you can see we have the voltage of 13.2. Let's plug something into the cigarette lighter port. So I just have here, this is just an air pump. It's for pumping up a mattress or anything like that while camping. We'll plug that in. And that works no problem. And we will plug into the regular USB. Plug that into my phone. And let's see how fast it's charging. So we have about 1.45 amps charging the phone. 1.46. Okay, let's try the quick charge. And the quick charge is charging at about 2.75 amps. So that works. Now I don't have anything that's USB-C, so I can't test that one, but I'm sure it works just fine. And then we have our two barrel plugs here. So yeah, all in all. And then if you wanted to also with this device, you can use this as a bridge. So you can connect a second Anderson connector into here and run this off to some more 12 volt accessories, as long as you don't exceed your capacity of your wire rating. And another gadget that they've sent me is a smart battery monitor. So this is going to be a smart shunt, and this has a screen. So this is going to be the screen that you would mount on the wall of your RV or trailer, or even in your house if you have an off-grid system. Here is a cover plate to hide the screw holes. And this is going to be your monitor wire. Rather long wire if you need to mount it far away from your battery bank in order to see it remotely. So that is going to connect in the back here. This is going to be your smart shunt here. So the monitor is going to connect into the top, and then you are going to need to supply a B+ in order to run this, and the negative will just come off of the shunt. And you connect from your battery to your load. So I'm going to disconnect this wire here, and we'll plug it into here and then put this wire onto the battery so we can monitor. And they also give you the wire for your battery positive, which is really nice. Also, we have some mounting screws, as well as our manual and a template to mount your monitor onto your wall so that you can have something to trace out and install it. Okay, and looking in the manual here, looks like we have a voltage between 10 and 120 volts, and we can do a maximum measuring current of 500 amps. So that's pretty good for this, and this is what the app looks like, and you can scan the QR code to get the app. So I have the smart shunt hooked up. The capital B minus is going to the load, and the lowercase b minus, that goes to the battery. And then the red wire just goes over to the battery positive to sense the voltage. So we can see here, this is the screen. Now I haven't calibrated the amount of amp hours, so right now it's showing 99 amp hours. If I was to discharge and charge this battery one time, it will auto calibrate that. So you can see here, we can go into our function. So our capacity, I'm going to change that to 200 amp hours. Max voltage is showing 60, our alarm is 30, and our minimum is 12. So I'm going to try and connect to it via the app. Okay, we are now connected on the app here. And let's see what we can do. So capacity alarm, 30 amp hours. I'm going to leave that. Minimum voltage, 12. I'm going to put that down to 10. And this will not disconnect. This is only for like an alarm. And then maximum voltage is going to be 14.6. And 200 amp hours, and synchronize to device. Okay. We will turn this on. So we have this on now, so you can see we have our voltage, our current, which this unit is drawing about 0.08 amps, which is -1 watt. And the time remaining for the battery, but this isn't calibrated, remember, because we have to discharge and charge. And then we can see the history, which is pretty neat. So this will show you a history of the smart shunt. So let's put a load on here and see what it looks like. So I'm going to plug back in the fan here. And we will check the display. So I'll leave the display up here. Okay, so that was just showing me that I actually have that smart shunt in backwards. So I need to change over the B and the capital B here up on top. And then, because it was thinking that I was charging the battery. So one moment, please. Okay, I've switched the wires around now. So now I have the battery on the B negative and the, I believe that's a P negative or lowercase b negative running to the load side. Okay, so turn that on and you can see we're using 1 watt. Now let's put our load on. Okay, so you can see we had 60 watts, so I didn't see the amps. Let's turn that on. Okay, so we had about negative 4.5, I believe it was, amps. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Let's put a charge on here and see what that looks like. So this stayed steady, and then as I'm more full, it'll show green lines up here. But let's see what it looks like when I put a load or a charge on it instead. Okay, so there you can see we have plus 6.8 amps, 6.89, and we have 90 watts going in. So that's pretty neat. Pretty good display. I like this display too because it's not like shining a light. It's almost like it's backlit to where if you walk up and turn this on at night, it's not gonna blind you. And you can see it in the light as well. So I like this display, it's really nice. So we have our time remaining, our percentage, amps going in, our volts, and our watts. So this is really nice, and it has Bluetooth as well. So all in all, really nice gadgets here from Live Power. So I'm definitely going to use this monitor moving forward in one of my builds. And then this DC kind of power block, basically, with USB-Cs and USBs and barrel plugs and a cigarette lighter. And also, this is just the voltage on the front here. So this isn't going to give you a detailed idea of how much battery you have compared to having a smart shunt installed. But nonetheless, if you're using lead acid, this voltage meter is perfect for you. So yeah, that's the DC control box, 12 to 24, 50 amps, ambient temperature -20 to +60 degrees. So very cool little neat gadget here. Okay, just wanted to show off what Live Power sent me. And if you want to buy any of these, I'll leave their website in the description below. So check them out. And thanks for watching. Bye.